What up, everybody? It's Dr. Jackal666. This time I'm going to do anime review of all the animes I watched during June. Start off with was Lucky Star. Now this is some crazy whacked out stuff. She's so moe, you could say. Basically there's really no story to this. It's just like Azumanga Daioh. It's all over the place. Just school kids doing whatever they like, and usually at the end of every episode you have Lucky Channel, which has these two hosts in it, and one of them is like an idol, and she gets all adult-like when she gets annoyed, and she was probably my favorite character. But it was a great series. It was funny as I enjoyed it, and I have to say that if you haven't seen it, you should go and see it, because it's up there with Harui, Azumanga Daioh, and all those other wacky things that don't make sense. Next up is Blu-ray, which was Yamada's first time. This one actually shocked me. It was better than I thought. This girl has a dream to sleep with 100 guys. Problem is, she hasn't slept with anyone. So she's actually a virgin. So she decides she might hook up with another virgin. And all the fun starts from there. Plus you've got a friend of hers who, I think that's her there, a friend of hers who actually has a boyfriend and has actually done things. And she can't believe that Yamada doesn't want to just go out there and do it with anyone. She wants to actually do it with a virgin. And over time, she's actually starting to fall for that virgin, but of course, her goal is just to sleep with that guy and move on to the next one. So there's a lot of trouble, and there's also another girl who's a rival of hers, who actually likes the virgin guy, and then you have this other girl who actually hates Yamada due to popularity, but she loves her brother. No kidding. Incest-like, yep. So it's got everything, and it was a lot of fun. I liked it. Next up was Die Guard, which is office workers protecting the world. Started off slow, but it got a lot better at the end, and I actually enjoyed it in the end. It had a decent ending. It left it open for another season, but it's old now. I doubt there's going to be another season, but it was still a lot of fun. These three office workers combining together into a big robot, making the army look, how can I say, useless and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun, but it's, I don't know, it might not be everyone's choice, but I liked it. Next up was Nuku Nuku TV. Now this thing was very whacked out. You had like this guy who created Nuku because he's the hero of justice. Then you got this other guy who runs Mishima Corp, who wants to rule the world, but he can't design robots for the life of him. Then you got this other guy who sings every single word he does. This girl who reads almost all the time. Another guy who's a big fighting guy. And so forth and so forth. And it's just all over the place. But it was alright. It was worth watching once. And even to make it worse, the kid's mother actually works for Mishima and is the Mishima's evil dictator's right-hand woman. So it's quite funny that the justice guy is married to the woman who works for the evil. So yeah. And then finally was My Hime. Now this, I always watched the trailer and I thought, I wouldn't mind watching this, but it probably won't do much for me. Well, I was wrong. This is actually number 5 in my top 10 now. This was awesome. I loved everything about it. This actually is a series where I watched episode after every episode after episode after episode to actually try and finish this, because I was loving it. I was like going, oh crap, it's getting late. No, I want to watch the next one. But in the end, the story was great, the characters were great, and the ending was perfect. I couldn't ask for a better ending. It was absolutely brilliant. The whole girls like Hime getting these special childs that they can use for their powers and stuff like that to fight orphans, and then so forth, and other enemies, and then the final big battle at the end. I won't ruin it for no one. You can go watch it yourself, because This is a great series, and you need to go see it yourself, because I was knocked out. Let's just say that. This one really made me happy. I loved it. So yeah, those are the 5 animes I watched. At the moment, I've only watched My Atome so far in July, and it's sort of like My Hime, but it's got to a point at the moment where I'm like, okay, why are they dragging it out? So, unlike My Hime, it might not make it into my top 10 because it doesn't have the same wanting me to watch episode after episode after episode. But anyway, that's my animes for June that I watched. Comment, subscribe, see you soon.